Hey friends, hope the morning's treating you well. Hope you got your coffee if you drink coffee. I had some corporate coffee. I just got out of the car, drive back from Nashville. This is Friday when I'm filming this. Just got out of the car from the drive and I had some clown coffee, some corporate aftertaste and all that. But I drove down to Nashville yesterday. That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today. I drove down and had a nice morning. And right when I got into East Nashville, I was listening to Elizabeth Cook's radio show on Outlaw Country on Sirius XM. And I listened to Elizabeth a lot, love Elizabeth. And just listening, she played Greencastle Blues, Todd Snyder. And I don't know, man. I really dig that song. It's one of my favorites of his. That performance of from the album The Excitement Plan. We'll just say that in that moment, I'm in East Nashville, Elizabeth's playing it, and there's that song, and it just really hit me. It really hit me in the feels. You know, I just took a deep breath. I'm sitting here listening to it, and you know, there's just a lot about that song. I think that his the way he is kind of off time with the band. I've told him all of this too. We talked about it a few times. So I really think he captured some magic there with that recording of that song. Like I said, I don't think it's like one of his best songs or whatever, but I think that recording on that album is just something special, I think. And like he's a little bit out of time with the band, and it reminds me in a lot of ways of how, you know, he's out of time with the world. You know, it's kind of one of the things we bonded on. We both kind of felt out of time with the world around us, out of tune with it, you know. But him and that band, the fact he's a little out, there's a little bit of tension there. And when the band kicks in, it's got like the little freeform verses, and when the band kicks in, some of his troubles they find me, like that, just, I don't know, it feels so beautiful and right and honest, and it's imperfect and all of that, but it, you know, most of those troubles I earned, which, you know, knowing Todd, it's just some real shit. And I remember telling him that, you really think so, man? You know, really? Because he didn't always know what he felt about his own records or whatever. And I'm like, no, you hit something special there. You know, that's some real shit, because it's really you. And you captured some of your day-to-day life in sound with this band and all that. And we talked about Greencastle Blues. I think on Sirius XM it said that the title was "How Do You Know When It's Too Late," and but I think it's actually called Greencastle Blues. I'm terrible at this sort of thing. I should know these things, but over the course of time, I just don't pay attention to what song titles are anymore. But how do you know when it's too late to learn? You know, some real shit there. But the song was from Greencastle, Indiana. He got pulled over and got arrested for possession, you know, marijuana, and thrown in. And there's a line in the song where he's like, something about these handcuffs are uncomfortable. And it just kind of reminds me of, you know, there at the end. It just really hit me kind of hard. I remember the conversations we had about it. And Amy and I thought about moving to Greencastle at one time, like 6 or 7 years ago. We seriously thought about it, and we were looking at houses there because her mother lived there, and she wanted to be close to her mother there towards the end. And her dad lived close by too, in another town. And Amy grew up in a town just outside of there. It's a great little town. DePaul University's there. But at one point when we were looking for houses or whatever, we saw that the jail downtown was for sale. It was like $100,000 for this old jail with a whole bunch of problems. But I'm just like, Todd, we could buy the jail that you were locked up in, and he's, oh, are you serious? It's like, we could have some fun events, and just turn all of this into this bad thing into something positive and fun. And we'll joke about that a little bit. But that kind of came up, and I don't know, man, driving through East Nashville, you guys know the feeling. There's a thing that will hit you and remind you of somebody, and you just kind of like, oh, man, And that hit me pretty hard yesterday. I felt it the rest of the day. And I invite those because I love Todd, and I'm going to carry him with me like the rest of my friends that are no longer with me. We carry them and try to celebrate them in whatever way, So those moments that happen. And I've been thinking about him because I'm going to Memphis next week. My buddy Todd Fox is coming with me. We're going to do a screening of the film I made with Todd Snyder, A Love Letter to Handsome John. There's a screening in Memphis next Thursday. I talked about it last week. I won't go into it too long, but if you're in Memphis, come out for that. I think it'll be good. So I was looking for a hotel in Memphis, and I found one. But like when I'm looking, I look at all the little places that I've saved on Google Maps. I put little stars, and I think the last time I was in Memphis and actually spent some time was when me and Todd Fox were there with Todd Snyder and Brian, and I saw like the places that we ate, and hung out. Saw the Rail Garden, which is where he did the little show outside on the Sunday with the band. That you've seen some of that here on YouTube on my channel. But yeah, that place went out of business. That kind of made me sad. But just looking at all those things kind of put me in a certain mood, thinking about Todd. But anyhow, Thursday we'll have a showing there. I'm going to be there. Come on out and shake my hand. The next day, I'm in Mountain View, Arkansas, playing the John Prine Festival. Keith Sykes, Sean Camp, Pat McLaughlin, Tommy Prine. There's some other people that are playing. It's going to be really good, really fun. I'll be there. Come out and shake my hand if you're in Arkansas. It'd be great. And then I got to get up early next morning and drive to Effingham, Illinois, and play a festival there, Moccasin Creek Festival. And I saw that, who else was on that? I saw Rodney Crowell is playing that, so that'd be cool. But yeah, it'll be good. Come on out. I'll try to put information somewhere down below about that, but a few things happening next week. And the last thing I'll say, as far as promoting things or whatever, I had a song that went on the streaming services. As of this morning, Friday morning, they went live, and it's a song called Low Down Dirty Rotten. You can listen to it and tell me who you think I'm singing about. The first line is, we both know he ain't nothing but a low down, dirty, rotten son of a bitch. And I played that for Todd Snyder on his couch. And we were talking about Jerry Jeff. And I'm like, man, I got a new song with the Jerry Jeff feel. And we really bonded on the Jerry Jeff love. As he told me many, many times, he's like, man, you're my only friend that like loves Jerry Jeff as much as me. And like the music, and I really love Jerry Jeff stuff. And like I would say something about his version of Backsliders Wine, and I think that's just like as perfect as music gets in an imperfect way. I'll say that, and I'll find something else that 10 minutes later, but I would, when something bad would happen, I'd be like, as the rain, and Todd would say, ruins my alibi. He would sing the whole thing. But anyway, I played this song for him, Low Down Dirty Rotten, on his couch, and he really liked it. And he's like, show me how it goes. And like took time and showed him the chorus and all of that. He's like, man, I'm gonna record this. This is really, I like this. This is good. And this definitely has the Jerry Jeff feel, which felt nice. Like, well, that's nice, man. And, so whether he would have ever done that or not, I don't care. My friend liked it. And but it's live to where everybody can listen to it now. It's the first song I've released off of a new record that'll be out this fall. There's plenty of time to talk about it later, and I will. I just wanted to tell that story, man. How do you know when it's too late to learn? And And I got a feeling some of you guys have been to Greencastle, Indiana. I think it's a great little town, and sometimes I wish we would have moved there. It's never going to happen now. Amy's mom has passed away, and that's not going to happen. But it would have been a fun few years in Greencastle, and eating at Pizza Castle probably way too often. But I've made some videos there at Greencastle throughout the history of this channel, and we would be there. Amy would go visit her mom, and I would go somewhere and set up a shot and talk on a Saturday morning video, just like this one. But anyhow, go listen to that Todd Snyder song, and maybe you already know it and dig it. You can talk about it in the comments if you want, but go listen to my new one, Low Down Dirty Rotten. I'll definitely put a link to that down below, and yeah. And I'll see you in Memphis or Arkansas or Illinois. If I don't see you in those, just want you to know I do care about you, and I hope you're doing good. And think about those people you love. And I'll see you somewhere down the road. Much love to you.